Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a journey through time and history. Today, we will explore the fascinating concept of the fourth turning and its relevance to America's future. The fourth turning is a theory that describes the recurring cycles of history, each lasting around 80 years. These cycles are marked by four distinct phases: the high, the awakening, the unraveling, and the crisis. Each cycle sets the stage for the next one, and each crisis marks a turning point in history. The concept of the fourth turning describes four cycles of history that repeat themselves over time, each lasting about 20 years. These cycles are characterized by different attitudes towards social order, with each cycle building on the previous one. The first cycle is the high, which is marked by a period of strong institutions and stability. The second cycle is the awakening, which is a time of cultural upheaval and rebellion against the established order. The third cycle is the unraveling, which is a period of individualism and cynicism towards institutions. Finally, the fourth cycle is the crisis, which is a time of great conflict and struggle for survival. These cycles have a profound impact on society, shaping everything from politics to culture. For example, during the high cycle, there is a strong emphasis on tradition and social order, while during the awakening cycle, there is a focus on individual freedom and self-expression. During the unraveling cycle, there is a sense of disillusionment and distrust towards institutions, while during the crisis cycle, there is a need for unity and sacrifice in the face of adversity. The crisis cycle is the most tumultuous and dangerous of the four cycles of history as described in the fourth turning. It is characterized by a period of upheaval, conflict, and uncertainty, often brought about by a major event or crisis that threatens the very foundations of society. During this time, institutions are challenged, old ways of thinking are questioned, and new leaders emerge to guide the nation through the turmoil. The importance of the crisis cycle in shaping America's future cannot be overstated. It is during these times of crisis that the nation is forced to confront its deepest fears and flaws, and to make difficult choices about its future direction. The decisions made during a crisis can have far-reaching consequences for decades to come, and can determine whether the nation emerges stronger or weaker from the ordeal. The turning is the fourth and final cycle of history, and it represents a time of great change and transformation. It is during this cycle that society undergoes a complete overhaul, with new values, beliefs, and institutions taking hold. While the crisis cycle is marked by conflict and upheaval, the turning cycle is characterized by a sense of unity and purpose. People come together to create a new vision for the future, and they work tirelessly to make that vision a reality. It is a time of hope and optimism, as well as hard work and sacrifice. As we look to the future of America, it's important to consider the cycles of history that have shaped our society. The fourth turning theory suggests that we are currently in the midst of a crisis cycle, which will ultimately lead to a new societal order known as a turning. But what will this turning look like? Based on the patterns of history, it's likely that America's next rendezvous with destiny will involve a significant upheaval and restructuring of our political and social systems. This could manifest in a number of ways, from a revolution or civil war to a major economic collapse or global conflict. It's impossible to predict exactly what form this crisis will take, but we can be sure that it will require a collective effort and a willingness to embrace change in order to move forward. In conclusion, the fourth turning provides a unique perspective on the cyclical nature of history and how it impacts society. The four cycles of history, high, awakening, unraveling, and crisis, have played out in America's past and will continue to shape its future. The crisis cycle, in particular, is a pivotal moment that can lead to either destruction or renewal. As we look ahead to America's next rendezvous with destiny, it's important to recognize that we are currently in the midst of a crisis. How we respond to this crisis will determine whether we move towards a new societal order or descend into chaos. It's up to each and every one of us to play our part in shaping America's future. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.